Welcome to another episode of The Stuff of Legends, our D&D talkback show where we discuss our campaign so far and answer your questions. My name is Raghav and I'm your humble DM, and these fine people around me are my friends and players.
Hi, I'm Andrew.
My name is Jagriti.
It's Christine.
What I remember is that I'm part dragon. That's why I love me some gold that I didn't want to part with.
I know, she's holding on to that gold with
Sorry,
vengeance.
it's my hard-earned money. I'm not just gonna give it away.
It's true. Not in this economy. Gotta hold on to that.
How did you feel when you met a new character? I want to know how do you feel when I just throw a new character at you that you just have to deal with, who's played by a different person?
Don't know what to do. That's what I feel like. Every time there's something, I'm like, what's protocol?
Mm-hmm.
It's fun. I look for the common element between the characters. So this time it's that they were a gnome, and then I think in the past it's that we're both doing magic-y stuff. I look for there's anything that could bond with the characters maybe as a jumping off point. Something like that.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know who to trust, in the sense of, so far I think the characters which have been, different players that have been introduced have been, good characters, not antagonists.
Yeah.
But I'm always wait, but what if this person is here to fuck with us? Then what? So, I'm well, what? I don't know if they're our friend, So I'm always I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
One interesting thing about Floorbase was Floorbase always had the option to fuck you guys over at the end. Because he had a bunch of, things. And he was a criminal in his regular life, which is why he was cursed. And so he had I had it in his little note thing that in the end, if you want, you can rob these fuckers blind and leave, if that's what you want. Because I was that would be funny. But he didn't want to do it. He wanted to be your friend in the end. So you changed him.
Coward.
That's definitely Timbo. Timbo's doing, not ours.
Well, no, I feel you guys were so hands-on with protecting him from the bird and everything.
Yeah, gotta yeet that bird. I know from personal experience in my life that they're a lot more durable than you think.
Oh my god. I think what's also fun about this, adding new players and this can go sideways very easily. But what I like is that most of y'all don't know the new players who are coming, even as people, right? Because these are my friends, but you don't know them.
I don't know. It's kind of fun not knowing, right? Because you act accordingly. You just go. If we knew they were gone, would I care if he died?
But it has worked out so far, which I like.
They've all been cool people. Everybody's been awesome.
Yeah. And you guys are such good improvisers that you sort of take it in stride. And I mean, the thing that Andrew was saying, that finding common ground, that's so amazing that this is just a game, but you're still thinking in such a deep way to be how can I connect with this character so that we both can move forward and do something interesting.
Yeah, I'm pretty deep, I guess.
Yeah.
Mysterious.
Okay. D Oaks asks, this is a question about it could be about anyone, but how do you live with yourself after making all those terrible puns?
It's gotta be for Tim, though.
It's shared. The blame is shared.
I feel my villains make a lot of puns, though.
Yeah, I think it's for
I think the puns give me life. I love making the puns. I feel it gives the villain so much color because they seem to enjoy themselves even while they're dying, as opposed to just constantly growling and being upset and being I will kill you. That was one of the one thing that was difficult about playing the Lich Queen is because she is out and out evil. So she has to be taunting you. She can't be making jokes. And I was but I don't know what to do here. You have to get better at being mean.
Mean jokes. Mean girls. I think puns really liven up the whole thing, because I also love making puns, but I don't feel I do them as much as Rocco. And we're all really big dorks, so that's kind of our humor collectively.
It's almost sometimes, it almost feels involuntary kind of, where I feel when people talk to me, part of my listening to them is also, I don't know, I sort of imagine the words too, and then words always sound like other words, and words always remind me, there's a free associating thing that happens.
You're just a real active listener, and that's your way of being I heard you, I have acknowledged it, and I understand. Here's a joke about it. Anyways, how do you live with yourself, person whose name I've forgotten because I didn't make a joke about it? How do you live with yourself not making puns? Have you thought about that?